Warning: the following recording contains references to suicide and sexual abuse. If these things trigger you, please do not listen any further.
On today's episode of My Immortal, how successful will X Black X Tier X be at the Marilyn Manson concert? Just how secure is Tara's Fanfiction.org account from hacking? And will Donald Trump ever get tired of shooting himself in the foot? 2 out of 3 of these questions will be answered on today's episode of My Immortal. Chapter 37. Arthur's Note. Okay, everybody. I'm going on vacation on the 1st of July, so I'm either gonna end the fic or update it in a week's fangs one. Oh yeah, and prebs stop flamming the story 1-1. Raven, thanks for the help. See ya, ghoul, after vocation 1-1. Darko's point of view, lol. Vampire and I chained Hairgrid to the floor. Oh me fucking Satan, 1-1, Annabie said. She was so hot. Maybe I could use amnesia potion to make Satan fall in love with me faster, 1. But oo are so sexy and wonderful anyway, Tata, said Vampire. Why would oo need it? To make everything go faster, lol, said Annabie. But you won't have to do it with him or anything, will oo? I asked jealously. Oh my fucking god, you guys are so scary, 1-1, said Brittany, a fucking prep. Shut the fuck up, 1, said Willow. Okay, well, anyway, let's go to Professor Chivalry's room. Draco, Ebery, and I went to Professor Siniata's room, but Professor Sinister wasn't there. Instead, Tom Ridd was. Oh, hi fuckers, he said. Listen, I got oo some cool new clothes. I took out the clothes from the bag. It was a gothic black leather miniskirt that said 666 on the back, black Stilton boots, blood red fishnets, and a black corset. Angie Fangs, I said, hugging him in a gothic way. I took the clothes in the bag. Okay, Professor Sinister isn't her. What the fuck should we do? Asked Draco. Suddenly, he looked at a sign on the black wall. Oh my fucking Satan, 1, I screamed as I read it. On it said, Everyone, Professor Sinister is away. She is too gothic. She is in Azkaban now. Classes shall be taught by Dumbledore, who is back, but he shall not be principal for now. Sincerely, Professor Umbridge. Oh my fucking god, 1-1-1. I shouted angrily. How could they do that, 1-1? Suddenly, Dumbledore came. What the hell are you doing in my office, 1? He began to shoot angrily. Suddenly, I saw Morty McFly's black Tim machine, 1-1-1. I jumped seductively into it, leaving Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, I was back in Tim, 1-1. I looked around. It was Professor Slutborn's Ephes. I sneaked around. Suddenly, I saw the amnesia potion on his desk. It was black, with blood-red pentagrams in it. It was the shape of a cross. You used the word cross again. I put it in my pocket. Suddenly, the door opened. It was Professor Slutgorn 11. Oh my god, what are you doing, fucker? He shouted angrily. I don't know, what the fuck are you doing? I shouted angrily. Oh, sorry, I was just looking around because I thought it was class. You said, finally hoping he couldn't see the potion in your pocket. Okay, you can go now, said Professor Slutborn. You went to the common room after putting on my clothes. Silas, Samaro, and Snap were there, practicing Vampires Will Never Hurt You by MCR. Oh, hi, you guys, I said seductively. Where's Satan? Oh, he's coming, spelled with a U, said Sirius. By the way, you can call me Hades now. Suddenly, Satan came. He was wearing a smexy black leather Jackson, black Congress shoes, a Slipknot t-shirt, and a black tie. Okay, I will see you guys at the concert, I said, and then I went with Satan. Chapter 37 Review 1. Harry just referred to Ebony as Tata, which is a misspelling of Tara, referring to yourself insert by your own name and still spelling it wrong. That's the depths of incompetence that we're dealing with. 2, you said earlier this is from Draco's point of view, and yet you wrote Draco, Ebony, and I, as if it was Harry who was talking. 3, so now it's back to Ebony's point of view? Okay. 4, again, Azkaban is for criminals, not goths. 5, Dumbledore would never yell at students just for being in his office. 6, where did the time machine come from? Why is it suddenly in Dumbledore's office? 7, Vampires Will Never Hurt You was recorded in 2002. How are they practicing it all the way back in the 80s? Well, that's everything for Chapter 37. Let's move on to the next one, shall we?
Chapter 38. Author's Note. What does everyone think if I end the story and then I add some more to it after vocation? Oh yeah, and perhaps stop flamming. If you do not like that story, then take my quiz, okay? Then we will see if you are gothic or not. 111111111. Satan and I walked to his car. It was a black car with pentagrams all over it. On the license plate said 666. Just like Draco's car. I went in it seductively. Stan started to drive it. We talked about Satanism. Lols, he was named after Satan. Cutting, music, and being gothic. Oh my Satan, Gerard is so fucking hot. 1-1. Volxymort agreed as we smoked some weed. 'Cause bi guys are so hot, they are so sensitive. I love them, lol. Goes fuck the bi guy. Well, I totally decided not to commit suicide when I heard Helena, I said in a flirty voice. Hey, Satan, do you know the cure for when people are addicted to Volxymort serum? Well, he thought, I think you have to drink vampire blood. Suddenly, Volxymort parked the car behind the black movie theater. Satan and I walked outside. We went into the movie tether, where they were showing The Exorcist. In it, a boy and a girl were doing it. Suddenly, a serial killer, cereal spelled like the food you eat in the morning. Suddenly a serial killer came, lol. Satan and I laughed at the blood 'cause we're sadists. While Satan was watching the movie, I had an idea. I took Satan's gothic black nightmare before Christmas cigar sexily from his pocket and put some amnesia potion in it. I put it back in his black Emil the Strange bag. Satan turned around and started to smoke it. Black clouds with red pentagrams in them started to fly around everywhere. OMG 1111, Satan said, jumping up. I gasped, 'cause I was afraid he'd noticed. Inobi, giz what? I knew the amnesia had worked. Amnesia potion has not been invented yet, so it will not work, he said. Too bad, 'cause I wanted to use some on ooh. Cool. I raised my eye suggestingly, and then he took off my clothes sexily, and we started to make out. I talk off his shit. He had a six-pack, Jester Lick Gerard Way 1-1. We flinched. Excuse me, but you are going to have to leave, 111, shooted the lady behind us. She was a prep. Fuck, ooh, 1-1, I said. Suddenly, I attacked her, sucking all her blood. No, 1-1, she screamed. All the preps in the theater screamed, but everyone else crapped, because Satan and I looked so cute together. Satan and I started to walk outside. OMG, how did you do that? Voldemort asked in a turned-on voice. I'm a vampire, I said as we went into the car. Seriously? He gasped. Yeah, seriously, I said, drinking some beer. Satan started to drive the car. I smelled happily. It's too bad we didn't get to see the rest of the movie. Don't you think? Yeah, I said as we kissed passively. Satan parked in a black driveway next to the place where Draco and I had watched GC for the first time. We went inside where Marilyn Mason was playing and started to mosh, lol. Anti-people now who've gone too far. Jesus Christ Superstar 1111, screamed Marlon on the stage. We did the devil fingers. I started to dance really close to Satan. He was so schmexy, one. He looked at me, all emo with his gothic red eyes. He said earlier he had green eyes. And he looked exactly like Mikey Way. I almost got an orgasm, one. Suddenly, Marilyn Mason stopped singing. I would like to peasant. X black X tier X 111. He said. I ran on stage. Lucian, Samaro, Snap, and Hades were there. They started to play their instillments. I got on stage. Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say. 11111. I sang. I did not own the lyrics to that song. My voice sounded like a pentagram. What the fuck does that mean? Between Amy Lee and a girl version of Gerard Way. Everyone clapped. Satan got an eructation. "I'm not okay, one," I sang finale. Suddenly, Lucian started playing the song wrong by mistake. "Oh my fucking god, one," yielded James. "What the fuck?" "Whoops, I'm sorry, one," said Lucian. "Oh fucking asshole, one," James shouted angrily. "You guys are such prebs, one," Snap said. "Come on, it was a mistake, one." "Yeah, it's not his fault, one," said Sirius. "No, he ruined the fucking song, one," yelled Samara. "Oh, guys, stop, one, I shouted angrily. But it was too late. They all began to fight. Suddenly, Samara took out his knife. "Oh my fucking god, no, one," shouted Lucan, but it was too late. James tried to shoot off his arm, and then I jumped sexily in front of the bullet. One. No, one, yielded everyone, but it was too late. Suddenly, everything went black. Notes for Chapter 38. 1. Tom Riddle never owned a car. He hates muggles and would never indulge in their culture or technology. 2. Tom Riddle isn't bisexual. 3. Stops fetishizing bisexual men. No, they're not naturally sensitive. They're just as tough as anybody else. It's not to say that sensitivity is a weakness, but my point is, bisexual men aren't more or less sensitive than anybody. They're human beings just like the rest of us. 4. Vampires don't have blood. That's why they have to take from others. 5. What the hell is a Nightmare Before Christmas cigar? 6. Ebony got the amnesia potion from Professor Slugborn's office, so it clearly had been invented prior to the 80s. 7. Also, in what media does technology from the future not work in the past? 8. How does Voldemort know she's used amnesia potion on him if it hasn't been invented yet? 9. How would he want to use it on Ebony if amnesia potion hasn't been invented yet? 10. Ebony scared everyone in the theater so badly that they all crapped their pants. 11. James tried to shoot off Lucius's arm with a knife. Not cut it off, shoot it off. Tara clearly has no idea how guns and knives work. Alright, 2 down, 1 to go. This next one is a doozy, guys. Just as Tara was about to publish the original Chapter 39, her fanfiction.org account gets hijacked by a troll. The following is not written by Tara, it is written by a troll who is making fun of her. Let us begin. Chapter 39. I am a trolling genius. Lulz. Disclaimer. I do not own the Harry Potter series, and I am not the real XXX Bloody Wrists 666XXX. Author's note. I am an extremely immature, pathetic idiot girl. I know. Out of boredom, I cracked this girl's passy for fun, and it took less than 8 minutes to do it, too. And we'll probably get in a shitload of trouble, which I probably deserve, because I'm being a troll right now. Meh. And I present to you my crappy part of this story. And take note, I haven't even finished reading this fic yet, but instead, skip over to skim chapter 38. Flame, laugh, do whatever you want, preps. I, the American retail-wearing British vampire Sue, coughed up blood. Satan kneeled down beside me. "No! Don't die!" I gave him a rueful smile. "I'm sorry, but it's something I have to do to fulfill my duty as the noble gothic vampire Mary Sue. Satan sobbed, I love you, Ebony. I love you too. I'll see you in hell, I mumbled, already finding my surroundings fading to black. Bloody Mary Smith suddenly popped into the room for no apparent reason. She frowned when she realized the room was oddly quiet, but at the sight of Ebony's lifeless body, she screamed. Her face became pale with horror. She screamed for the healers, Dumbledore, McGoogle, and every single gothic person she could think of. Suddenly, a glow started to surround the body of Ebony. Everyone stared in shock. Her body started to lift ever so slowly, and then, to everyone's shock, it started to incinerate. When everyone realized what was happening, they rushed over to try and rescue the body, but it was too late. The Sioux became nothing more than a pile of ashes. A loud resounding of everyone bellowing, "No!" filled the room. A flash of white light from the ashes then started to bounce around the room. Everyone cowered in fear and were temporarily blinded. When it was all over, things changed. All the silly goth clothes dropped from everyone's bodies. Author's note, I will refuse to explain how the hell that happened. And in their place, clothes the characters would normally wear in canon appeared on their bodies. When everyone got over the shock of becoming free of the Gothic power, everyone cheered. Everyone started singing, "Ding dong, the Sioux is dead." Well, that is, until all the HP characters realized the true implications of becoming more canon-like again. All the characters who were supposed to be dead fell to the floor, their bodies cold and lifeless. Harry and Voldemort started dueling on the left side of the two. The battle of the light side and the dark side was reaching a climax. And because the replacement author also likes to screw around with canon, Draco and Hermione fled the scene and got married. Meanwhile, down in hell, Ebony shed a single tear because of her current situation, a situation that would live on for all eternity, or at least until the end of fanfiction time. She lost it all, but she knew she had to remain strong. Nothing would ever break her down. She looked down over her pale body and frowned. "Where are all my emo clothes?" she asked herself in confusion. Then it occurred to her. For her shirt, she was wearing a bright pink polo with a little seagull on the right or left, I can't remember, side. Below that, she was wearing a denim miniskirt with the destroyed look on it. Paired underneath that shirt were leggings with a little moose at the bottom, and then Ebony realized on her shoulder she was carrying a pretty bag with an eagle on it that said, "Live your life," written all over the bag. Ebony suppressed the urge to scream. Here she was, decked out in clothes, prepped to the extreme, wearing stuff from Abercrombie and Fitch, American Eagle, and Hollister. Panicked, Ebony hastily tried to take off the Hollister polo, but underneath it, there was another Hollister polo. Ebony frowned and looked under her skirt. All she saw was a bra underneath. Dare I point out it's from the Aerie line available at American Eagle? Ebony tried to remove the shirt again, but to her frustration, there was yet again another polo to replace it. "This is unlogical and does not make any sense," Ebony bellowed out to the air. She failed to see the irony in her statement, how hypocritical her words were, seeing as she was practically calling the kettle black here. Ebony slit her wrists and mumbled to herself, "Oh my god," and crap fic. Review for Chapter 39. It's perfect. Nothing to say. It's awesome. Thank Christ someone hacked into this and messed around with this person. Although it could have also been the person who wrote the fic to begin with, pretending like someone hacked it. But regardless, I love this chapter. It's my favorite. I hope that it continues like this. Anyway, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Feel free to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to subscribe. Please stay safe as the world is currently on fire, and I will let Gravelly Voice Guy take it from here. I'll talk to you guys later. On the next episode of My Immortal, Draco and Snap become even closer, and we get to meet the man who got Voldemort's hearth broken. This and much more on the next episode of My Immortal.